I'm on my way. Our words suck.
We need a power word D's.
No.
But you have to say it at the top of your lungs every time you cast it.
Power word D's.
Jeez.
When it says gain proficiency, what does that add to my roll too?
Let's see real quick. You are proficient in this.
Like I'm looking at the Eldritch invocation, it says you gain proficiency in the deception and persuasion skills, but like my deception is already +6.
It adds your level modifier, so +5 if you're proficient in it.
Yeah, your proficiency bonus. It's under your character avatar if you look in your character sheet.
And your proficiency bonus at 15th level is +5. You would automatically gain a +5 to that skill, essentially.
Yeah, +11 deception.
Well, you look and see if you're already proficient in it. If you're proficient in that skill already, it doesn't stack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then yes, I am.
Yeah. That's the downside of proficiency in skills in 5e is
Now you can
is
take
nothing competitive.
expertise in a skill, which is different.
That do be true.
Expertise is better than proficiency. And expertise, I think, gives you just another 5 or another like ×2 of your prof bonus. Hold on.
Yep. It's just double a prof bonus.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If you're a rogue, everything is expertise.
I have very rarely had players that have gotten expertise in a skill because nobody plays a rogue.
Well, speaking of which, you were still good with adding that from 2024 from Wizard, right? The 1 expertise that they get.
Yes, I am.
It's just gonna go into Arcana. There's like 3 options. It's like fucking like Arcana and then like some knowledge skills or whatever. Like no, we just put that in Arcana.
And then Raine never failed an Arcana check again.
Still not as good as rogues though. Whereas they get a point and they just roll under 10 on any skill check, and it's like, nah, actually it's a 10.
I have another question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a couple questions just as I'm going through these. So one of the things is I can cast Bane once using a Warlock spell slot. Can't do this again until you finish long rest. So I'm reading Bane. So it says up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see must make a Charisma saving throw. Whenever a target that fails the saving throw makes an attack or saving throw before the spell ends.
Yeah, Bane is the opposite of Bless. So it's just -1d4 to
Everything.
Bane is also the opposite of Batman.
Okay, it only lasts for a minute. Okay, I see. That's sort of my question was.
A minute is pretty long in round terms.
Yeah, it's basically a combat. Azrael cast Bane a few times, if you recall.
I do recall.
Bane and Bless are both extremely good and also very underrated.
Bane is another save or suck though. Like if they don't fail, then it doesn't do anything.
My favorite thing was the fact that when I first made a character and I knew nothing about D&D, I thought that Silvery Barbs was a good skill, and then Christine had to tell me like, yeah, it's so good that it's banned.
Mm-hmm.
Chat's asking if Bane is the foe of Batman, then is Bless Batman? Thinking. All right, everybody, welcome back.
Gordon is Bless.
Whoa, Gordon?
That's why I'm Gordon. Not Batman. Gordon.
Yeah, that's fair. That actually makes way more sense. All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Arctis. It's been a little bit. We took a week off just to rest, recuperate, and get those creative juices flowing once more. But during that week off, I hope you've thought a little bit about your level 16 level upper special, as we have all completed the Great Ice Library. And we have learned some very interesting things from Arctis itself. Just a really quick recap for everybody out there, and I do believe this will be the start of our Season 6 of Arctis, where the arc will be focused on the city of Brass. So the Great Ice Library is now behind us, and new things are abound. For one, all of you have leveled up to level 16. Congratulations. And once again, I hope you've thought about what you want to do with that level. You want to get a little bit closer to Azrael and take another level of Warlock? Or do you want to continue along your path and become the most powerful blank in Arctis? That is entirely up to you. But as you have delved into the Great Ice Library, you were in search of the central mind of Arctis, where Arctis would answer any question you had on your mind to the best of his ability. And as each of you got to ask a specific question, a lot of interesting truths have begun to unravel regarding at least the nature of the slow and how to stop it. First off, you've learned from both your trials and tribulations in the Great Ice Library and through Arctis that the slow is a combination of two terrible things. The spell plague, brought by necromancers from another planet, and the venom of Tiamat, as she took advantage of Arctis's weakness as a massive amount of arcane energy was pooled into one place at once and causing the wall between the worlds to thin dramatically. It was only enough for Tiamat to scrape her teeth against the barrier that protected Arctis. It was enough to combine with the spell plague and create this nasty anti-magic thing called the slow. Now, you have also learned that, well, your dear bony skeleton Frank was at least the cause of some of this, although poor Frank doesn't have any recollections of what happened in Verticula. Now, as for the venom of Tiamat, that is probably something easier said than done, as you can't just go down to Tiamat and be like, "Yo, bitch, give me some venom." You cannot milk her like a snake. So getting your hands on the venom of Tiamat seems like, at least initially, an impossible task. However, Arctis has told you that there has been a grand bazaar of the plains, where both elementals, extraplanar entities, and occasionally mortals come to trade and barter. The city of Brass also was rumored to have a portal or entrance to the Nine Hells itself, meaning that somewhere down the line also, the great denizens of the city of Brass also bartered with demons. And thus, if you reopened this grand bazaar, you might have access to very rare items you may not have had access to previously. However, the city of Brass has been thrown into disarray and war, and the elemental generals that have once overseen the city of Brass are now fighting amongst themselves. All trade between the planes stopped. One of these great elemental generals might actually be related to Grebella, as her backstory has been unfolding during a time in the Great Ice Library. As Grebella's true nature as an Earth Ganassi has come to light, Grebella's mother had made a good-natured, a good-intentioned, but unfortunate outcome wish. She wished for Grebella to always meet the dangers that Arctis might face if Arctis was threatened with great evil, and that she would rise back up to face it if Arctis were ever in danger. However, wishes are never without some sort of consequence, and although Grebella rises from the dead every time Arctis may be in danger, she doesn't have any memories of her past each time she reawakens. Hopefully, even though Grebella might be at this point a nigh immortal barbarian, powered by Azrael, it would be
It's fine.
it would be tragic for her to lose her memories of her precious friends that you have journeyed with for so long at this point. Also, in regards to another one of the elemental generals, Novus was defeated by Azrael, as Azrael had gained an immunity to fire, and Azrael had taken Novus's place, usurping the great Magma Lord, and suddenly causing a commotion in the the lava-worshipping drow elves that lived deep under Maginox. As the Vikarans quickly lost their connection to controlling lava and magma through the powers of Novus, the nearby angry Magmarans, wrathful that their connection to the ley line was severed by the Magma Lord, has now taken over the city of Vicaris, pushing out innocent residents into Maginox and suddenly flooding the city with refugees. Now, you have been gone for at least a few weeks at this point, and you're not sure how this has affected the city, but you have come back and House Lunesti is not burned to the ground, so hopefully things are more or less. But it might be good to take a look around the city and at least get your fingers on the pulse of what is going on. Let's see. What else did we learn within the Great Ice Library? You do also hold a token that denotes elemental royalty that you found within Novus's grand protective halls that held the Obliteratus. And you are also still holding the Obliteratus. Hopefully, no angry Vikarans will get their hands on that undead smashing. Now, with this special Elemental Lord token in hand, you can at least come across as elemental royalty yourselves, in service of Azrael, of course. But you have yet to see just exactly what this will do for you within the City of Grass. But first things first. It is all time to level. Excuse me, it is time for you all to level to 16. You have gained a significant amount of experience, and also a new outlook on Arctis itself. You've also learned a little bit about Narcissa Soulblight, as once again the Lich's name comes up in conversation, tricked by Vanix, as he whispered terrible things in the Lich's ear, and caused her to go down a path that she might be regretting at this point. But Narcissa still holds a bunch of innocent frost elven souls at her disposal, and hopefully, as you end the slow and cure the dragons that can potentially free these souls from their icy slumber, you can release them back into the Aurora Borealis, and Arctis will once again become empowered, and hopefully not leave the planet he is attached to. "16 is big level for a lot of people. So, let's go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You know what? I'm gonna start with Raine. Raine, are you taking another level of wizard?
We are.
Right. Character sheet. Wizard 16. Let's go. All right, Raine. I'm gonna roll a d6. I'm gonna do it via the level up thing on the character sheet. We're gonna roll a d6 and see how many hit points you gain. Are you ready?
Sure. Really?
Well,
Oh no!
it's 1. You get an ability score improvement. You can increase one ability score by 2 or 2 ability scores by 1.
Can I take a feat?
Or you can take a feat.
We take a feat. Want to take, I think it's called Elven Accuracy. So it'll be, I actually just closed D&D Beyond instead of went to a different tab because I'm dumb. Oh my god, I hate navigating D&D Beyond now with the different like rule sets just smashed together.
Right.
So bad.
Which rules would you like? The new ones or the good ones?
No, it doesn't even ask you that. It's just like, here's all of it in your face together. And oh, wait, you don't have access to this because you didn't pay us money for the new stuff. Elven Accuracy is, we'll do +1 to Dex as part of it. And then whenever you have advantage on an attack roll, using Dex, Int, Wisdom, or Charisma, you can reroll one of the dice. So it's super advantage.
Super advantage. All right, Raine, your dex goes from 16 to 17. And then whenever you have advantage on an attack roll using one of these modifiers, you can reroll one of the dice. Perfect. All right, Raine, now as for your spells.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scrolling. What spells?
I just get 2 new 8th level spells, or well, 2 new spells to learn. I don't get new spell slots, I don't think.
Do you have any spell scrolls that you would like to scribe into your book that you've picked up along the way?
Yes. I would like to learn Demiplane.
Demiplane. Do you have a scroll of Demiplane?
No, this would be the spells that I learned for the level, but it's
Okay.
not I don't have a scroll.
Let me do Demiplane. Boop. Alright, what else are we learning, Raine?
I would like to learn Darkstar,
Darkstar.
which is the one I sent you, I think.
Would you like to share with the class what these spells do?
Demiplane we will use very shortly, probably.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
But I will keep Darkstar to myself.
Okay.
Demi,
okay.
Demiplane allows us to create a pocket dimension,
Nice.
and it's just there. It's permanent, and you have to know how to get there to access it. So, yeah, that's all Demiplane is. It's not scary by itself.
Oh yes, and also you get the expertise in Arcana, is that correct?
Oh yeah. From the 2024 rules.
Perfect.
We'll do. Perfect. And can I swap out Green Flame Blade for Booming Blade, which technically doesn't have to be done on a level. It can be done on a long rest, but I would like to swap those out.
Sure. Boomy's Blade?
Yeah. Honestly, I took Green Flame Blade just to merge away from the Flix brand, but Booming Blade is just way easier to use, and yeah, we're just gonna do that.
Oh.
And then I think I do have a spell scroll that I never scribed. I have Water Breathing. I would like to just go ahead and get rid of that and put it in my spell book and spend the gold to do it.
Alright, go ahead and spend your gold.
What is it? What level is it? Level 3. Let me look up how much that is and I'll drop it.
I've added Water Breathing to your spell list.
I think that's it.
How much did Water Breathing cost you?
Looking that up. Learning spells higher level. I already have the scroll, so it is 150 gold. 50 gold piece a level. Yep, that sounds right.
Okay. Spell scroll Water Breathing deleted. All right.
Okay, gold deducted.
Anything
Did
else
you
for
add-
what's up?
Did you add the hit points directly? Or do I need to add that?
The one. Here, let me add it real quick. Should have
I
done
mean,
it.
it should be 3 because it's +2 con, right?
Oh yeah.
So it should be at 95, I think.
95.
Everyone matters when you're a wizard.
It does. Hey, I think that's it. Raine has gained 1 plus 2 hit points for the con bonus. A little bit of arcana. A little bit of spells. Some pretty major spells. And also can conveniently create a demi-plane. Seems good.
Seems fine. There's no way this can possibly go wrong in Raine and Wangdoodle's hands.
There's no way this could possibly go sideways.
Where do I open up the level up portion again? I have the...
You
Yeah, it'll
click
be
on
in
the
your
thing.
features tab. In your features tab will show your character level at the very top, and then you have to add your, or you have to have your character sheet editable, so you have to click the little wrench on the top left. All right, let's do Wangdoodle next. Mr.
Yeah.
Doodle,
Sure.
welcome to
Um,
level 16.
Thanks. I'd love to say that this was unexpected, but living this long.
Has Wangdoodle ever leveled up since he started?
No.
No.
Amazing.
It's been months.
Can we officially make this moment? Wangdoodle is no longer an intern. Wangdoodle is a full-time employee.
You hired.
Ascended Corp.
Welcome. Everyone, please clap. Everyone, please clap. Thank
It
you.
comes with a meager health insurance policy that you have to pay for yourself.
Poor
I
Wangdoodle.
mean, at that point, I'm just going to compare cost to what I had to pay Lou for something similar. So,
Let's be honest, Lou didn't even offer that. Let's be honest.
Lou just pocketed the money. He knew he
Yeah.
was sending me to my death. There was no change.
It's like, holy shit, you're still alive? I mean, thanks for paying back your loans.
Your
Wangdoodle?
thesis is looking real good, buddy. Go out there and study for a few more years. You'll come back a corpse.
Now, sir, are you taking another level of Artificer?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Wangdoodle, would you like to take the average hit points, which would be 4, or would you like to roll a 1d8?
Oh no, we roll the bones here. We don't leave stuff like that up to.
All right, we roll the bones. 7.
Nice.
Sick. Okay, you have 81
Let
hit
it
points
ride.
for currently, so I just want to that adds it. And you get an ability score improvement. So you can either increase one ability score of your choice by 2, or 2 ability scores of your choice by 1. Or you can take a feat.
I'm thinking about taking a feat. Please check your Discord messages. Because that's what I'd love to do, but I don't know if we're going to be able to fit it in. But if so, that's exactly what I want to do.
Oh, goodness. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to add your hit points. So, con bonus plus 2 plus 7, that's 9. Wangdoodle has 90 HP.
I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot.
Seems solid. Okay, I'm looking at... I didn't hear the bloop of my DMs because I got my stream on. Let me take a look.
So, I'm thinking about taking the feat Spell Sniper.
Yeah?
You might have better luck with that one. I did not.
Now, I know the rules on this feat have changed a little bit, which is why I sent this to you. But there's a fancy little cantrip available.
I'm clicking? Let's see. Spell Sniper. Sorcerer's Burst. Cast Sorcerer's Energy at one creature or object within range, making a ranged attack roll against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 damage of a type you choose. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, psychic, or thunder. You roll an 8 on a d8 for the spell, you can roll another d8 and add it to the damage. When you cast the spell, the maximum number of these d8s you can add to the spell's damage equals your spellcasting ability modifier. So you just keep rolling 8s?
Yes.
Oh.
It's Yahtzee the spell.
It's Yahtzee.
Right. You think Sorceress Burst. I think Slow Cannon.
Good lord. Is that a separate feat?
I think that's the updated 2024 Spell Sniper rules.
Oh, let me look. Let me see if I even have this. Sorceress. Sorceress? First? Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah, it must be brand spanking new.
I think that's a new cantrip, actually.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's one of the new cantrips.
It's up to you.
I mean, I'd love to. If that would just be a pain in the butt, I would instead choose the wizard school and just take fire.
No, I can definitely do that.
But 100% Sorceress Burst would kind of be on brand at this point.
I will definitely do that. That seems cool. I don't know how I'm going to program this in. I'm thinking? I'll think a little bit more about it. But yes, you can definitely take Sorceress Burst.
All right, cool. So we're going to do that. Since that is charisma, according to this, it says the spellcasting ability for the cantrip depends on the spell list you choose from. So I won't get the full +5 I would get from my intelligence. I'll only get +3 from charisma, but that's still 3 extra d8, plus the extra d8 from arcane firearm. I would also like to have some small equipment additions.
Yeah? Were you... Oh my god, hold on. Were you also definitely taking Spell Sniper?
Yeah, the spell is actually part of Spell Sniper as a feat in total.
Oh, interesting.
So it's Spell Sniper, at least in the rules as I'm reading them here, thanks D&D Beyond, is when you cast a spell, it requires you to make an attack roll. The spell's range is doubled. Your ranged spell attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. You learn one cantrip that requires an attack roll. Choose the cantrip from the Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard spell list. Before anyone in the chat gets mad, my first choice was Eldritch Blast. Remember that. Your spellcasting ability for this cantrip depends on the spell list you choose from: Charisma for Bard, Sorcerer, or Warlock, Wisdom for Cleric or Druid, or Intelligence for Wizard.
Now, for the Sorceress Burst, do you want it to go off Charisma or Int?
Personally, I'd love for it to go off Int, but from how I'm reading the feat, it would have to go off Charisma.
Depends on the spell list you choose. Charisma, Bard, Sorcerer, Warlock. Oh, yeah. You are right.
Now, if I'm misreading that, please someone tell me and we'll make that Intelligence immediately. But no, I think that would just be based off the Charisma.
Okay, you still got pretty good Charisma, so it's pretty good.
Wangdoodle, people like Wangdoodle. You know, he's a likable kind of guy.
He's likable. And what kind of special equipment are you tinkering with this level, Wangdoodle?
I am going to have two item replications I'm going to do. One is for me, which is available from the level 2 list, and that is Goggles of Night.
The classic Goggles of Night.
Good choice. Good choice.
And the other replicated item is going to be a wondrous item, and it's going to be for our buddy Swab. And Wangdoodle will hand Swab a necklace with a jewel pendant on it, and that jewel is actually an astral shard. For those who are not familiar, an astral shard. It's a crystal is a solidified shard of the astral plane with swirling with silver mist. As an action, you can attach the shard to a tiny object, such as a weapon or a piece of jewelry, or detach it. If it falls off of your attunement to it ends, you can use the shard as a spell-casting focus while you hold or wear it. When you use a meta magic option on a spell while you are holding or wearing the shard, immediately after casting the spell, you can teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of you.
That is definitely something Swab makes.
Yep, that's pretty sick.
Hooray! Free Misty Step with every meta magic.
Oh my god. He's ungrabbable. All the times that I've tried to kill Swab and Wangdoodle, now it's Wangdoodle's fault that I can't do it.
She admits She admits it. She admits that she tries to kill me on purpose.
I try to kill everybody on purpose. I love you all equally.
That's not true.
Wait, hold on.
Nah, it's not true.
Wait.
Wangdoodle was Wangdoodle's episode to die. I think we can all agree on that.
I don't know. How many times does Raine stand there shouting, hit me? And she's like, I'm going to walk over here 30 feet away and smash the bird.
Yeah, but then I'm like, make a strength saving throw. And Raine's like, my noodles. My noodle arms.
You did that exactly one time.
Worth. All right, Wangdoodle. Okay. I've added your hit points. Do you get any new spells, sir?
I don't believe I get new spells. I'm just gonna double check the table real quick because I'm really good at remembering all of these fine details. I don't believe I get
every
new
level like sorcerer. Like learn anyone, don't you?
Let's see.
Well,
Artificers that sucks.
I'm a have all of them, just prepare them on a on a long rest kind of thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yep.
Okay.
No new spell slots, no new spells, no new infusion, no new cantrips. No, but I would like to swap out Acid Splash for Firebolt.
Okay. We remove Acid Splash. We add Firebolt. Firebolt done.
That also technically is can be done on a long rest. Doesn't require level up. But since we're here,
we're here.
Make that easy. I think the other thing is, I would like to, if possible, exchange another cantrip.
Sure, I'll allow it.
I would like to swap out Mending for Ray of Frost.
Mending out.
No. Do I want Ray of Frost, or do I? What was the other one I was thinking of? Not Ray of Frost. I would like that to be Frostbite, if possible.
Frostbite.
That may be a new cantrip.
Nope, I have it.
Excellent.
Have it. You cause numbing frost to form on one creature that you can see within range. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I like it.
Which, with Spell Sniper... Oh, wait, no, that one's not affected by Spell Sniper because it doesn't make an attack roll, but it's still useful.
Still useful.
Ray of Frost is the attack roll, I think.
Yeah, it is. I like the idea of situationals, though. I mean, it's a con save, so we've, historically been excellent on spells that, go against con saves.
True.
But we'll try this out. Worst case scenario, I sleep on it and we'll swap it out later.
Okay, I have put the Goggles of Night into your inventory.
Cool.
Let's equip them. While wearing these dark lenses, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, it increases its range by 60 feet. Well, Wangdoodle. This is going to make your dark vision range 120 feet. I'm gonna change that. Oh. Action modes, dark vision.
That's wonderful.
Good, done.
I'm so glad.
I can see! Now you and C-Swab can see the same things, except if they're within 10 feet, C-Swab just sees everything.
That's gotta be, like... When you think about it, when you say everything, like... Are we talking, like, even, like, electromagnetic waves? Because at that point, that can probably get a little weird.
I think he even gets, like tremor sense if he just has true sight. He sees all.
He sees into the ethereal, so that's kind of like what you're talking about.
Oh, no.
Just weird fucking ghosts and shit just walk past his vision within 10 feet. That's gotta be really fucking weird in Maginox, actually.
Right? 'Cause he just sees that
Okay.
all of the time. Let me just...
So when we get the spell in play, that'll be another fun little cantrip that we add into the list.
Sick. Alright, vision range. 100 dark vision. Okay. Okay. Then we do dark vision. Perfect. Okay, let me just double check. Good. Looks
I
great.
cannot wait for Sorcerer's Burst to come in, because boy, that'll be fun.
And I will definitely make that cantrip. Probably right after we level up. Shouldn't take me too.
Hooray! Hey guys, I found a way to turn this slow into a spell for us.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's
Concern?
Wangdoodle's just basically taking like a miniature spatula made out of glass, just scooping up some slow and flinging it at somebody.
Alright, let's go next with Grebella. Grebella, hello. Welcome to level 16.
We roll. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh!
Whoa!
I don't need that many, but we're gonna take it.
Okay, I'm gonna add that right now. That is 10 plus your con modifier, which is 4, so 14 HP, putting you at 149 HP.
This is fine. Nothing to see here. Don't look.
Also, you know, the ability to polymorph into a red dragon once a day.
Does Grebella or her dragon form have more HP now, actually?
Let me look.
That's a good question. I didn't look at how much I have.
The dragon does. The dragon does.
Okay. Noted.
Who the dragon is?
And then I wanted to take a feat instead of ability score. Is that something you do manually?
I do.
Okay. I was looking at...
Oh, also your rage damage goes up. And you get another charge of rage.
Heck yeah. I wanted to take Savage Attacker.
Savage Attacker. Savage Attacker.
It is,
Found it.
you are trained to deal particularly damaging strikes. Once per turn you hit a target with a weapon, you can roll the weapon's damage die twice and use either roll against the target.
Oh.
But it's only once per turn.
Still pretty
so
good.
I can't do it for everything.
Alright, let me get rid of those ability score options. Go. I've added your... did add your... went away. 149. Please save.
Do this thing, please.
All right, let me take a look at everything that barbarians get at level 16.
It should be everything.
Ability score improvement, Orf. You have 5 rages, which is the same as last level. But your rage damage goes from +3 to +4. Pretty good. Let's save that. Easy level up.
Very easy. Yeah, I will take it. And yes, while I was sitting in my other game, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a second look at these over.
I like Savage Attacker. That's actually a really good.
Yeah.
Especially because you're hitting so hard already. You're like, maybe if I hit a little harder. Right. Let's go Swab. Swab.
Alrighty, Swab is going to go 1 level into Warlock.
1 level into Warlock. Warlock 2. Warlock 2. Would you like to take the average amount of HP, which would be a 4, or do you want to roll a 1d8?
We're rolling.
Alright, 1d8. That's a 6. You will get Eldritch Invocations, and your spells known will go from 2 to 3.
So, for my Eldritch Invocations, it says, I gain 2 Eldritch Invocations, right? Is that correct?
Should be.
I would like Eyes of the Runekeeper, which lets me read all writing.
I like it. Hold on, your HP is taking forever to save. 84 hit points. Eyes of the Runekeeper.
And
This
then
is popular. Very popular.
I'll take Eldritch Sight, which I can cast Detect Magic at will without expending a spell slot.
Can you say that one more time?
Eldritch Sight, I can cast Detect Magic at will without expending a spell slot.
Oh, that's sick. Okay.
And then I would like to change 1 cantrip. I would like to switch out Frostbite for Sorcerer's Burst.
That is a new spell, so I will have to program that in later.
Okay. It says you cast Sorcerer's Energy at 1 creature or object within range. Make a ranged attack roll against the target. On hit, target takes 1d8 of a type you choose: acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, psychic, or thunder. If you roll an 8 on a d8 for the spell, you can roll another d8 and add it to the damage.
Yep, Wangdoodle's taking the same damn thing.
Is he?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, yeah, I'm taking that then.
Perfect.
And then I wanted to swap out another spell for something else.
Sure.
I was going to swap out Ice Storm for Storm Sphere.
Okay, Storm Sphere. And just hello, Storm. And then delete Ice Storm. Okay.
And then I think because of what Wangdoodle gave me, I have to unattune off of something.
Let me check your attunement slots. Yeah, you are 3 out of 3 right now. Your attunements are Staff of Frost, Ring of Warmth, and the Curator's Monocle.
I'm gonna unattune from the Ring of Warmth.
Okay. Unattune. Attune to the Astral Shard. Okay, done and done.
And that is it for me.
Okay, let me... It's not saving. 84. Looking good. Let me just remove you and drop you back onto the canvas. First. 84 HP. See your Eldritch Invocations. Yeah, just take a look at your character sheet. Make sure everything is good and on there, and your spells. Let me know if anything is amiss. I will add the that particular spell, Sorceress Burst, because Wangdoodle's going to take the same thing. I'll just add that in when we're all done here. Mr. Kozlo!
Hello.
Hello! What are we doing today?
I am complicated.
Oh boy, that's my favorite type of Kozlo.
So we're going to gain a level in Warlock, which will take us to 4th level. At 4th level, I get ability score, or I guess I can take a feat instead. Is that correct?
Ian.
Okay, so I'm going to take a feat instead of the ability score. I also gain a cantrip and another spell known. The cantrip and the spells are easy. So the cantrip, I'm taking Chill Touch.
Chill Touch. Okay.
And the spell, I'm taking Misty Step, just for Misty Step purposes, because it's very good.
Always a 6 spell. Misty Step.
Oh, and I need to roll health, don't I?
You do. The 1d8, you can take either an average or roll the bones.
Do I just... Is there a thing I click on to roll it for health specifically, or do I just...
Nope, just slam it in chat.
Alright.
Currently have 89 hit points. Alright, 5 plus your con mod, 7. So you go from 89 to 90, what, 96?
6.
Can't math.
Yeah.
Change that right now. 96. Save.
Alright. And then the feat is where I get complicated.
Okay.
So, I'll be taking the Shadow Touched feat. This does 3 things. 1, it lets me increase my intelligence, wisdom, or charisma score by 1.
What's your choice there? Do it one by one.
That is going to be intelligence.
Okay. Lucky for you, I have that.
What?
Right there.
Oh, I see. So that gives me invisibility, which I can cast at will without using a spell slot, which recharges on a long rest. That also lets me pick a 1st level illusion or necromancy spell of choice.
Oh, shit.
And I will be choosing Inflict Wounds.
Inflict wounds.
Yes.
Inflict wounds.
This is a melee spell attack against a creature I can reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Interesting.
If I use a higher spell slot, the damage increases by 1d10. And I have many spell slots that I can use this on. Both as Artificer, and I also have second level spell slots as Warlock. And
Would you say you have the most spell slots?
And because I'm a Pact of the Chain Warlock with my little phase spider buddy, I can cast touch spells through my phase spider.
Oh.
So I can make phase spider crawl up to someone and give them a big old bite.
Okay. That's terrifying.
Azrael is so proud of Kozlo right now.
Oh my god.
The friendship rope now dissolves people on contact.
Oh, that's so good. Okay.
Yeah. So that is if I were to use one of my, I think I have 3rd level spells as Artificer. Yes. If I were to use one of my 3rd level Artificer spell slots on the inflict wounds, that would be 5d10 necrotic damage from the
Woof.
spider.
That is a ridiculous spider bite. Okay.
Does that look infected?
Because it's gonna.
Wah, wah.
Did you take a
Brown
warlock
weapons.
or an artificer level, Kozlo?
I took a warlock level, but my assumption is that I guess technically it's possible that I could only use warlock spell slots for that.
I think you can use any spell you know from any source. You can use with any spell slot you have. I think that's how it works.
Gotcha. Yeah, so the shadow touch thing is, you can also cast these spells using spell slots you have of the appropriate level. The spell casting ability is the ability increased by this feat, which is why I had the feat increase my intelligence to 19 instead of increasing my charisma to 14. I thought about bumping the charisma so that I would get a +2 instead of a +1 on that, but I want the bite to use my intelligence.
That's cool.
That's spoopy.
That's really cool.
Bite, but be smart about it.
This is why they're going to be like, ooh, that's smart.
Spiders can be like, I inflict wounds. Hee
5d10 necrotic.
I really want this also like to be spider like tiny adorable little spiderling sort of appearance. Crawls up to something, massive unhinged jaw, giant chomp level of just ridiculousness. It's a phase spider. What's time and space anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
What a cute little spider. My leg!
Ah! All right, Kozlo, I think that will do it for you. I was ready for all of that shenanigans that you were doing.
Right.
I will have to figure out how to make all of your touch spells potentially range spells. So I will look into that. Otherwise, I'll just move your character next to him so you can cast it and then move him back.
Yeah. The other option would be to allow them to be, I guess you could technically allow them to be cast by the phase spider, because it's essentially me using the phase spider's reaction to chain off of my action. But it does still use my modifiers and stuff when I cast a spell that way.
Yeah,
So,
if I go through the phase spider, it'll use the phase spider's modifiers, so I think they...
just make the spider a badass. Let's give the spider 19 hits.
Let's see, make all touch spells ranged via spider friend. Okay. Or Kozlo. Alright. I'll have a think about how I want to implement that. Right.
Just
But I do
if
need to
case,
bump my hints also.
if Kozlo or Spider is within melee range.
Yeah, I think the thing I'll have to do is just move him adjacent if he's doing a touch spell, or I just go in and manually change all of his touch spells to be ranged, which is also fun. I could do
I was
both.
curious if we could just, I was curious if we could just have it like the abilities are just kind of there, like on the spider, because I didn't know if you could just like preset like the spell casting and attack modifiers, just have them pre-baked into the spiders as an ability.
That's also, if I make Spider the same stats as Kozlo, that should work. Let's see, I'll just put that as a note. Make Spider a Kozlo duplicate? Question mark? Okay.
This is where we find out the spider and Kozlo are hive-minded together.
Kind of are. Like I
Where does
can,
Kozlo start and the spider stop?
I mean, the other feature that I have for the spider that I haven't really used yet is this, where I can, as long as I'm on the same plane of existence as the spider, I can communicate telepathically with it and perceive through its senses.
Ridiculous.
You
Oh,
could
that's
send
right.
Phase Spider-Chan out to assassinate bitches with your
Yep.
fucking inflict wounds, and you could be in the next state.
I do technically, in order to cast spells through it, I think I have to be within 60 feet, unfortunately.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now if you took Spell Sniper though,
Hmm.
technically it's a spell with an attack roll, which doubles its range.
I'm gonna plug in Sorceress Burst here real quick.
There's a whole lot of thinking with angles going on with this level up.
Mhm.
All right. So Sorceress
Oh, it's 100
Burst.
feet. Must be within 100 feet of me.
Oh, only 100 feet? Yeah, you're just calmly calling in an assassination from 3 blocks over.
But
Like how Raine's had a familiar since the very beginning of the game, but very intentionally never did anything crazy with it because, like, oh god, a lot of complexity. And Kozlo gets a fucking familiar for 2 minutes. It's like, what's the craziest thing I can fucking do?
What's the crazy? Okay, I can learn invisibility and then also be able to cast 5d10 of damage through this spider, which I can now turn invisible with the invisibility spell that I can now cast at will without spending a spell slot.
holy
Honestly,
shit.
the craziest part of this is taking inflict wounds as a free spell with your fucking int save DC, but you also have warlock spell slots that you get back on a short rest, so you're always upcasting inflict wounds, which is the best scaling spell to upcast ever in the entire game.
Yeah.
And combining it with biting from a fucking familiar. Like, that's some fucking next level genius mad scientist shit.
This was all accidental, by the way. I just kind of was looking through things. And I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, but I can cast touch spells through my familiar. Oh, but I can cast touch spells through my familiar.
Oh, that's good. Alright, damage formula on this, a 1d8 of a type you choose. Okay.
If only we could cast touch spells through our Eldritch Cannon.
Oh, man. Don't
Like,
worry.
what,
Next
the Eldritch
level.
Cannon walks up and teabags somebody and just, like, explodes?
Wait.
Think
But-
about it. Something like Shocking Grasp, and then you hit him with the flamethrower.
But the cannon can be summoned as a tiny object, which can then be attached to another object. I could have a spider-mounted cannon.
Oh god!
Wait. If the spider could hold 3 of them, I have an idea.
Wait a minute, did Kozlo just invent the fucking warp spider?
Let's done plugging
Inflict
this in.
wounds, 3 cannons.
Ridiculous.
Kozlo learned from Azrael how to just set something up that makes something instantly fucking die. From that one time where Azrael spent like 6 months fucking making traps.
Speaking of endless glyphs of warding shenanigans, Wangdoodle and Raine may have come up with some fucking shit.
Yeah. Listen, if you thought I was already going off the rails before, hang on a minute.
Ah. Okay, I think I've got the Sorceress Burst down. Okay. Cantrip, Evocation, Verbal Somatic, 1 action, 120-foot range. I plugged it in as 1d8 with no damage type. We'll just that when we come to it. And then I put down for other formula another d8. So if you roll an 8 on the d8, you'll just jam the other formula button until you stop rolling 8s. And then it should scale properly. Cantrip 1d8. On 8. You roll another d8. Max spellcasting ability modifier. Okay.
How many d8s base does it roll at your guys' level?
It's a cantrip, so it's 3d8 at level 11. Will go up 1 more at 17.
Plus your
17?
fucking firearm.
Plus the arcane
Jesus.
firearm, yeah. So it's base 4d8 with a potential 3 additional d8s.
Wait,
Not
what
counting
happens if it
crit.
crits? Do all the crit d8s also have a chance to trigger the new d8s?
Yes.
Up to
Up to his spellcasting ability modifier.
So you could like triple crit.
It's a burst!
mean-
He's bursting!
yeah.
I am so excited for the dice. Like the dice have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
Alright, Sorceress Burst on Swab and... Oh?
I just have to
Wait.
wait for 1 second. I'll
Hold
be-
on.
Sure.
The sea swab. Oh.
Uh-oh, do we lose a swab? Oh no, he's just deafened.
Yeah, he's deafened. I'm curious if Sea Swab has the twin spell meta magic.
I think he has used that before.
Because this is a single target spell.
Technically, yes. Technically,
guys-
yes.
You guys just went and made better Eldritch Blast with extra steps.
this is Eldritch Blast Zero Sugar.
Oh, just to confirm, so this is going to use your charisma mod, right, Wangdoodle?
Correct.
Okay, so I have to...
It's
that for...
I would change it to intelligence if I could.
quick, because it's just base mod and ability modifier charisma. Done. Okay. Easy enough. I'm gonna put down a training dummy here.
What's the range on this spell?
120.
Default?
Look. Yep, 120 default.
Okay, let's try this out.
Help!
Okay, well, we're just going to do this again, because we got to test the 8s. Okay. Okay, yeah, so far so good. Uh-huh.
You're killing him! He's already dead!
I'm going to try this on another one. I'm going to do it with advantage. So glad we did advantage. Oh my. Yeah, that's what I'm used to from the
Ooh,
study.
triple ones!
Ah, see, that's where now I would have to add another D8.
Yep.
Okay. Try this again. Still trying to roll that crit. It's not working.
Hang on, I'm gonna make this kobold have like 500
so it'd be
HP.
another one. And it would be another one. Okay.
Okay, he's super kobold.
Alright.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Wangdoodle's testing out his sorceress burst that I just plugged in.
Ah,
Yeah, those dice are not being in my favor, but you know what? That's okay.
Get it all out of the system now.
Yep.
Yeah, look at all those ones. Yeah, let's get rid of those ones.
Alright. Alright. Goodbye,
Oh.
massive 500 HP kobold.
And we would also choose what element it does damage at.
Yeah, that's actually really nice that you get to choose what element it comes out as.
That's actually bonkers. Like, why would you ever take any other attack cantrip at that point if you just have that option? That's nuts.
It's pretty good. All right, everybody. Does everybody's characters look good? HP, feats, skills, yada yada yada?
Yes.
Yes?
I need to gain my 1 int from the feat.
Oh! Fix that for you. No. +1 int. Int 19. Extremely smart.
All right.
Yeah, looks good. Everybody else? Good, good, good?
This is items, but I think the scaled ornament should be whatever's above awakened now.
Scaled ornament. Oops.
Uh,
I believe it's
versus scale.
ascendant.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Kozlo is the poster child for intelligence doesn't necessarily mean smart.
Awakened ornament.
Diabolical, maybe?
Look here. Awakened. Okay, there is scaled ornament ascendant. The ascendant ornament has the stirring and awakened properties. In addition, while you are wearing the ornament, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed, and you can hover.
Mm-hmm.
While you are flying using the speed, spectral dragon wings appear on your back. Oh, can just everybody fly now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, technically everybody's always been able to fly. Now Raine can just fly without having to cast a spell. Or take an action.
Let me add ornament. Scaled ornament. Ascendant.
Didn't Raine get this from the hunt originally? Isn't
Yes.
that where this came from? That was Raine's like, congrats, you won the hunt, here you go.
And awakened scale ornament. I'm gonna rename this to Ascendant. Scaled ornament. Ascendant. And immune to charm, immune to frighten, add +1, and then you get a flying speed equal to your walking speed. Attributes.
Right back on grab.
What's your walking speed, Raine?
It's 30 base. I think it goes up to 40 with Blade Song on. Yeah, 40 with Blade Song, 30 normal.
30 normal. So it's leave override 30.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's one way to make it work. It just is fly now.
If you hover over it, it shows both.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yeah.
oh sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, range just flicks now. Sorry. I won't use a crossbow, though, I promise. I won't torture you that way.
That's fine, it's fine. Let me just add in the last part of that ascendant thing. Ascendant ornament, stirring and wakened property. So this is pretty cool. Ascendant. Legendary. Hooah! This Ascendant ornament has the stirring and wakened properties. In addition, while you are wearing the ornament, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed. And can hover. Oh, I need to actually mark that. While you are flying using this spectral dragon wings appear on your back. Perfect.
Nowhere near as fast as Grebella, but at least we can both go to the same places where melee is happening. It might just take me an extra round to get there.
Okay. Good. Right. I think everybody is good to go. Everybody ready? Everybody back? You swap back?
I'm here.
All right. Let us return back to home sweet home of Maginox. As you all are returned back into the mundane mortal world, you wake up in comfortable beds, or pillow forts if you so prefer. Swab has snuggled up with Kozlo and Wangdoodle, while Raine finds herself in bed with the good king of Maginox himself. Even Grebella wakes up in her plush feather bed, and you all are preparing to share in what you've learned, and potentially get ready for another adventure. However, it might be a good idea just to make sure that everything is hunky-dory here in Maginox, and that the influx of Vakaran refugees from Vakaris are not lighting anything on fire. Also, might be good just to check on some of your expelled friends that are currently hiding out in Grebella's lair. You did have Volka, who was hurt, healing up in Grebella's lair, and you also had a couple other visitors that you might want to check. In addition, you can also discuss your findings with Arctis, with Narcissa, or you cannot, and just leave her forever in that mirror. Let us return back to House Lunesti, as our heroes wake up from their slumber and remember the long and grueling details about the Great Ice Library. One moment, please. That's the first floor. Second. Floor 2. For the brief moment that you've all been home, you have found yourselves awakening to very comforting sights. Whether it's your loved one, a plush feather bed, or the comfort of your friends in a pillow fort. It has been a grueling adventure in the Great Ice Library. You're not sure how long you've been there, how much time has passed in the mortal world. But as you wake up and find that House Lunesti is still intact, your friends and loved ones all snuggled around, things for just a brief moment seem perfect, serene. The extra few minutes that Eris has said, please, just 5 more minutes, please, just 5 more minutes, has turned into 10, into 15, as you all take comfort in the relative warmth of House Lunesti. As you all finally decide to get out of bed, either due to your rumbling stomachs or curiosity into seeing how your friends are doing, you all finally muster up the courage to put aside the warm blankets in the pillow fort and to finally get out of bed. You can hear the familiar rumblings of the Somniari as they speak and talk in the hallways, but many of them have cleared out. It is no longer the jubilant party that once scoured the halls. Now, it seems like things have gone business as usual. What do you all do?
Kozlo will slowly make his way out of the pillow fort, being careful not to knock it all over because that would be very sad. I guess just start wandering around a little bit. That's literally all I'm gonna do.
All right. The front door to your room lies directly in front of you, and the remnants of Raine's arcane sigil can be seen glowing on the ground underneath your feet. As you exit into the familiar hallway, you can hear some hushed voices from the north. You remember that being Alara's office. She might be holding a meeting inside.
Was it this door or the other door?
It is that door. The other one is to the shitter. Yep. Ah. Sweet release.
I have no idea how long Kozlo's been asleep, so he probably has to poop.
Ah, finally. The Great Ice Library was lacking for bathrooms. Grebella,
I, for one, appreciate your dedication to ensuring that there's always requisite lavatories in every dungeon.
Grebella, you wake up in familiar territory. The nice room that Eris and Raine have given to you is fresh sheets and a comfortable blanket. You exit to the hallway and you also hear the sounds of soft female voices talking north. You see Kozlo exit, buttoning up his pants as he does so.
Immediately slams the door.
Kozlo, could you put your pants on before you leave the room?
What? I was pooping.
Okay. Put your pants on, then open the door.
I did it in there. You probably don't want to go in there for a minute.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Bathroom humor.
A good solid start. Or liquid, depending on how you're feeling.
Oh, God. Don't encourage it.
Fiber, am I right?
I don't know that I have a reason to interrupt this meeting unless, like, somebody more important is there. So Kozlo might just hang out in this general area for a minute and wait to see if anyone turns up.
Sure.
Who is more important than Kozlo Greenfinger?
Well, okay. No one, obviously. Zero people are more important than Kozlo Greenfinger, but...
Also, I've added a bunch of potential teleporters to the house. Anything that has stairs, if you walk on them, you'll be prompted to go down the stairs if you wish. So you can go down to the first floor of House Lunesti at your leisure. If you have the master key, you can also potentially go to the basement.
You have a basement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where the portal to the World Tree Tapatio is.
Oh, that's right, Tapatio. Yeah, we really should start bottling that. I bet you we'd make a fortune.
Wangdoodle's
This
ears
sap
perk
is
up.
so spicy.
Hot sauce capital of Arctis.
Raine, you hear the
Quick
familiar...
aside, I made my own hot sauce a couple weeks ago, and it was delicious, and I'm never buying hot sauce again.
Amazing.
Did you make it from an ancient world tree that also happens to be a weirdly ghost tree?
I made it from serrano peppers and apple cider vinegar, so kind of.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, is it
smelled
like
really
ghost
good.
pepper hot sauce? Is that what Tapatio would make?
Mm-hmm. It has to be
It's
ghost
'cause of
pepper.
ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh my, we should make a hot sauce for each of the world.
I mean, this is now canon that the world trees also generate hot sauce naturally.
Raine, you finally hear the familiar voices of your friends, Grebella and Kozlo, on the other side of the wall. Something about some potty humor, and then the distant footfalls walking away. Eris finally groans and rolls over and throws an arm over his eyes. Suppose we have to get up.
I don't think that's true. Who's going to make us? Raine whines just a little bit.
A fair point, but we do have some responsibilities, at least the realm.
Can't
we
the world
should...
end tomorrow?
We could take a day off, but we do have one problem that I should address sometime soon. At least that's the ever-growing influx of Vakarans into the city. You've missed a little bit, Raine, but all in all, things are relatively well. But I don't want to talk
fine.
about work as we lie in bed. Gets up and stretches.
Well, we should probably also talk about what we found in the library. I would say it was less productive than we would have hoped for, but otherwise fairly effective.
I'll let Alara know. And why don't we meet in the throne room for a right meeting? I'm sure they'll be curious about your trip to the Great Ice Library as well.
All right, I'll see you there. Get some breakfast. Actually, is it breakfast time? I don't even know. What time is it? I can never tell
I
when
have
I'm here.
no idea.
Raine walks over to the ramshackle blanket fort. Are you fucking really? Are we still doing this? Raine just like shakes the top of the blanket fort, like those like big parachutes we had in gym class to wake Swab and Wangdoodle up.
Hey, come on! That roof is a brand new 20-year roof. What are you doing?
Come on, we have business to attend to. If I don't get to sleep in, neither do you.
I'm not
You don't
sleeping
sleep?
in. Wangdoodle's under the fort with a pair of really fine screwdrivers, finishing the touches on his new goggles of night. He comes out from the fort with them on in place of his standard goggles.
Oh my god, Wangdoodle, your eyes are so huge.
I know. Great. I've got a rangefinder built into this too. Oh, it's wonderful. I can be more destructive from even farther away now.
Can you tell something's power levels by looking at them?
I need to do a firmware update for that.
It's over 9,000!
You hear Kozlo screaming from the hallway.
I hope he wasn't referring to his shit he just took.
With the way we've been eating for the, lately, could go either way. To be fair about it.
Have we been eating lately? Is that the thing we've been doing?
And it's kind of my point.
Oh, hello!
Kozlo, the door to the north swings open, and Catherine is standing there. Oh, you're finally back.
Yeah, how long has it been? Well, what year is it?
It's been about 3 weeks or so. Welcome back, Kozlo.
Hello? We did it!
Is
think.
everyone all right?
We're all alive, right, everyone?
You might have to get
Wangdoodle's
more
eyes got bigger.
specific with that question.
You see
Potential
in
for
the
deep
office,
emotional trauma.
at least the heads of Maginox, Alara, Catherine and Lena are all standing around in their office/meeting area, and they huddle around the door in excitement to see your faces. Oh, you're all back. Welcome back. How was the trip to the Great Ice Library?
It was good. It's great. It was infested with nightmares, which was fun to find out. It's not anymore, though. We took care of that.
Yeah, you know this Vanix guy?
Alara's face shifts into a visible frown. Yes, I'm familiar.
Well, he's not a problem no more.
There's an audible sigh of relief from the vampire.
Didn't somebody blow up his head? Wasn't that a thing? I seem to recall somebody blowing up his head.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we beat the shit out of his heart.
Before you give me all of
Which was
those
weird.
juicy and amazing details, why don't we reconvene in the throne room?
I'm down, but I always forget how this place works.
It's down this way. It's one of the only things I remember because it's where they want to do everything always. We spend a lot of money on this throne room. By God, we're going to use it.
Yeah.
As much as I'd
How
love
much
to.
could one throne room be? $10?
As much as I'd love to chit-chat in the hallway, this is a private conversation. It's not every day you go and find out the answers to every question you could possibly imagine.
Oh, no, he was rather stingy about that. There was a firm one per person limit, so...
Yeah, and good news. All we've got now is more questions.
And more things to do.
More quests.
Whoa! We didn't ask about the goblin pregnancy.
Oh
I'm
no!
okay with this.
I did genuinely at one point while we were having that scene consider having Kozlo ignore everyone else and just be like,
Am I pregnant?
Oh my god. Would have died.
I feel like he would have given that one to you as a freebie.
Like, Callie motions everyone inside. Welcome back, everyone.
Pardon me.
It's good to see you all hale and whole. Go on now, Kozlo. Don't get stage fright. He
I
shuts
forgot
the
there
door
was a
behind you.
second room to the throne room.
This is the foyer. Eris clears his throat somewhat awkwardly. Welcome back, everyone. I hope your adventures into the Great Ice Library have been fruitful. Tell me, and start from the beginning. Detailed as necessary. What did you find in there? Don't all speak at once.
There's a bunch of methods. I don't think we like methods now.
There was a full lot of them, yeah.
Is that what a group of methods is called?
It is
Yeah.
now. When we arrived, there were agents of Vanix who had taken over and seized the library.
How did they get in?
Well, that's a lovely question. There was some kind of a rift that we managed to close while we were there. Another demon called the Collector also had used the rift and was trying to, well, I assume, add to his collection.
He was a curator.
The
Oh, sorry.
menagerie is for guests only.
Also met his end, although, as I understand it, he's just going to go back to hell. So, and then yes, like Kozlo said, then there was Lord of Methods, Nightmare Methods, representing. So they kept insisting they were the primal fears or some nonsense. So we had to go live out some primal fears. Blah blah blah. That week in Vanix, then we went into Arctis's memory itself, where Arctis was being tortured, imprisoned, unclear, by Vanix himself. Some more, I would say some more sass was exchanged by all parties. Nobody's really proud of it, but then Vanix exploded. Because we're better than him.
I'm a little proud of it.
I did beat his ass and then his heart.
Beat his ass and then his heart.
Nice. Well, on behalf of all of the Somniari, thank you for finally getting rid of that menace Vanix. As at least keepers of the dreaming, Vanix is a perpetual thorn in our sides. One delving into the dreaming leaves behind the relative safety of the mortal shell, and you find yourself weakened if you traverse the dreaming too long, susceptible to nightmares and other detrimental mental illnesses. At least on behalf of all the Somniari, they will be absolutely thrilled to know that Vanix's presence, at least in the material world, is gone for now. Thank you, all of you, for your bravery. Alara nods in agreement.
While we were there, we did learn an awful lot about the nature and origin of the slough itself. Do we have eyes on Frank somewhere? We should probably keep him pretty close for the foreseeable future.
Hank, the skeleton?
Mm-hmm. You're going to be really glad I didn't let you blow his skull up earlier. Like, a year ago.
Why? What's
Turns
wrong
out
with
he's
Frank?
key to this whole thing.
Frank, that innocent little
Mhm.
skeleton.
Mm-hmm. Well, not so innocent in his previous life as Frank here, apparently. Which, if somebody had told me Frank here was the necromancer who started this whole thing, I would have been like, that sounds strangely familiar to our friend Frank.
Does Frank have any memory of it?
Oh, as far as we know, Frank has no memory, right? But apparently, he tried to bring some spell plague across into our world. And Tessa Polcanis stopped it. We actually got to see all this happen. We actually helped her out a little.
Incredible.
And as a result, the spell plague kind of exploded when Tiamat tried to chomp it. And that's why we have the slow. It's a little bit spell plague, a little bit rock and roll, a little bit Tiamat venom, turns out.
So if the spell plague and Tiamat's venom have been combined to create the slow, well then also surely Tiamat herself would be touched by the spell plague as well.
Mm-hmm. She is apparently not having a great time right now. In fact, that's why Vanix was trying to absorb, consume Arctis. He wanted to go consume Tiamat next, because apparently, according to him, she's quite weakened.
Interesting.
But, needless to say, apparently the secrets of the spell plague that we will need to use in whatever our chief artificer Wangdoodle chooses to do in terms of managing the slow moving forward, is inscribed on Frankier's bones.
Frank's bone? But he looks, forgive me, he kind of makes awkward gestures with his fingers. He's smooth. He's not walking around inscribed in rune. Something hidden to the naked eye? Smooth-boned.
It's just such a funny way to describe something, but it's true.
He's got them
You're one of them
smooth-boned.
smooth bones, ain't you?
One of them
I assume we're going to have to put him
bare
under an
naked
electron
bones.
microscope, maybe? I don't know.
Look at them. It's another one of them polished.
It just definitely sounds like an insult.
Have we ever tried putting Frank under a black light?
No, but now I'm more intrigued and concerned that Frank has free reign around House Lunesti. Now, I think I did see him on the first floor earlier.
I'm less concerned about him having free reign so much as I think we need to make sure he's protected and doesn't wander off as he is wont to do sometimes. He is an important part of this, and we might need to help him remember what happened.
That is
if
true.
he's to help us.
He has been mentioning something about wanting to walk across the bottom of the ocean, as many skeletons are wont to do in their post-lives.
Really? Is that a thing? Is there like a skeletons walking across the bottom of the ocean tour, like retirement type of vacation situation?
As they are wont to do.
Something about the lack of, well, breathing and not being affected by the water pressure that drives them to explore.
There was a study being done at the Artificer College about it possibly being like a bucket list kind of thing. Like, you know, you're not really a true skeleton till you've done that once.
He nods. Some sort of skeleton-like rite of passage.
Yeah, some kind of like posthumous hazing or something.
This cannot possibly be a real thing.
Frank has been discussing it at length in between his visits to the Church of Eternal Night. Something about walking across the span between Arctis and Xavier.
Let's make sure he doesn't just up and do that until after we're done with the slow. And then I will personally pay for whatever walkabout he wants to go on.
Very well.
If you really need to keep him in place, sorry for interrupting, but surely you can use some displacement magic on a couple doorways and have him cross a room. He opens the door and then he's back at the beginning of the room again.
That does seem a little bit mean. I don't think we need to imprison him.
I mean, I don't know. Does he have like a goldfish memory or something? Because he might just walk into the room, forget what he was going in there for.
Well, that's
Ooh,
still
piece of
kind mean,
candy.
though. If we need him to remember, we'll also probably need to convince him to help us when he does remember. So he might remember how we treat him.
Well, no, he'll see us after a while, because, like, we'll open the doors, so, you know, that seal will break. He'll see us come in. He'll be so excited for company that, you know, I don't know why I'm trying to explain. I'm just trying to help you with containing someone you were worried about disappearing.
I just meant, like, let's get him a chaperone.
This is like a chaperone, but with, like, half the people required.
It's more like one of those leashes you put on, like, a small child. Only arcane.
Just wraps around
Tomato,
his bones. We could devise a leash.
Maybe we can try talking to him first. Just maybe nobody let him leave the premises. We have guards, I assume.
Can it be one of
Maybe
those
we can
special
stick with an
leashes?
analog for a minute.
You know, that goes with like a harness you can put around his ribcage or something?
Why don't we just inscribe glyphs of warning so if he walks out of a certain range, he just explodes?
Oh god!
Yeah, that'd work.
Rain eyes Eris.
I've had that thought multiple times. Now it doesn't seem like a very good idea.
Oh, yeah, the thought. You had the thought. Right.
The action. Callie! Yes? Make sure Frank doesn't leave the premises. Okay. Is the Church of Eternal Night also banned? He cannot leave House Lunesti for now. Just convince him to stay. Of course. Alright, well. Frank has some mystical enchantment written on his bones. I am somewhat glad I didn't explode his head in Borealis. What else did you learn from Arctis? Surely each of you got a singular question you've got answered.
Rain will gesture at the assembled to impart their own learnings.
I'm interested in hearing what knowledge you've gleaned. Grebella, what about you? Most of your past is shrouded in mystery.
My mom wished that I would always come back to life to kill things.
There's just pregnant silence. You could put booties on it. What?
Yeah, it's not the nicest thing, is it?
Kozlo gets the socks.
Sorry, hang on.
I
You
think
said that.
her intentions were good. I don't. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Your mother wished you back to life?
Yeah, she kind of is the reason I'm a reborn, I guess.
Oh, the reason for your birth and your rebirth. How?
Yep. We found a book. They were actually studying me, which is it's a level of creepy that I don't want to think about too hard.
I thought wishes were just evil machinations from mischievous Jinn.
Oh yeah, we need to go to the city of brass, but it's a whole other.
Forgive me. Dear, what is City of Brass?
This. Yeah, you go ahead.
No, please, Grebella, go for it.
Yes, please. Sorry.
No, it's the Ferodium place, and I guess it's like, you know, where we're gonna have to go do a bunch of things, including, you know, finding out about these magics that you mentioned that are a little awkward and weird. But it's apparently where my mom made these wishes. Narcissa was there.
Just Eris is like, what?
She wasn't a lich yet. She was chilling, I guess. So I kind of do.
I think.
Yeah, I kind of do think she might actually have my mom's soul in that whole thing.
You feel Lena's gaze turn towards you, Grebella, and she's watching you very intently. Oh, Mother knew Sissa?
Yeah, they at least did adventure type things together.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Apparently my mom was into some shit.
Well, to be fair, also the original Vicaris was there, right?
Yeah,
So
it was.
I don't know. She wasn't in all bad company.
Yeah.
And also, we
But,
found out Narcissa's maybe not all bad herself. She apparently was lied to by Vanix
Yeah.
to become what she became.
Who is no longer a problem.
Laura muses. Vanix can potentially have that effect on people, worming into their dreams, filling them with insecurities and other nightmares, exacerbating anxieties, things of the like. That is very, how you would say, peak Vanix.
Oh yeah, he exacerbated a lot of things in my brain.
Wait, is that what he was doing? Gross!
Kozlo, what do you think exacerbated me?
I don't know.
Don't yell gross.
It sounds gross.
It definitely feels gross.
Lena floats over to you, Grebella, and puts a comforting hand on your shoulder that you cannot feel.
So comforting. She's trying her best. It's fine.
I knew you had previous history with Narcissa. I would be more reticent in sending you on this adventure. No, it
Yeah.
becomes so personal. But
I didn't. But they were studying this whole wish thing that occurred to me, so that's something to keep in mind.
hopefully, none of the denizens of the Nine Hells have learned anything about Jinn wishes other than the fact that they always have a price.
Yep, not too happy about all that.
Lena gives you
But,
another kind of comforting pat, again, that goes right through your shoulder.
Oh, and this room is definitely not big enough, but I can actually become a dragon now.
Everybody just turns to look at you.
What? She just like thumbs up.
Yeah, Arctis decided to boot my snoot.
Which is true.
So I got like blessed to be a dragon. It's really cool. He's very nice. I miss Arctis.
Congratulations. I feel like this is truly a blessing. Arctis is working through you now.
Yeah, it's totally not very intimidating. Fine.
Well, hopefully we can find out more answers, but if I know one thing, regardless of what Vanix has said to Narcissa, she has gone down a dark and evil path.
Yeah.
She will try to trick and deceive, and it is of utmost importance those souls that she holds return to Arctis to rest. Especially if she holds your mother.
Grebella kind of gets quiet when she says that part.
We are at risk of potentially losing them forever if Narcissa holds on to them until she too tires of them, changes her mind. What else did you find in the Great Ice Library? What of you, Kozlo? What is the question that you asked Arctis?
Mine was more just trying to figure out where this city of brass is. Turns out it's like connected to all the elemental planes or something. Used to be used for commerce and trade and all that. Kinda wanna check it out, honestly.
Fascinating. An extraplanar hub of trade?
Something like that.
And what of the city of brass now? Is it something that you can access directly?
We might have to go through the plane of fire, but we got a guy on the inside.
Then I wish you well. Good luck. The elemental planes are a bit foreign to me.
Might be able to help out all them Vicarans too while we're at it.
The group nods in agreement. But before we get on to the Vicarans, what of you, Wangdoodle? What did you ask Arctis?
Oh, I'm going to be able to keep this real short and sweet. We just talked about all the stuff that I asked. Mostly about the slow and how to control it. I got a working theory right now about being able to convert the energy used in composing a spell away from the signature to change as needed for something else. Like fire to ice and things like that.
Was there anything that you learned that could help Lakaris Winterheart?
Wangdoodle's like selfishly thinking while I'm also trying to figure out if there actually is any information.
One thing that you did learn was that each soul has kind of a fingerprint, something called resonance. And you've also discovered this via the resonant gems that you've occasionally picked up. Something that sings to your soul, so to speak. But it's like trying to identify a unique musical signature. It's possibly the only thing that'll allow you to identify Lucaris versus identifying Lucaris mixed in with the red Abishai that is currently trapped in that crystal with.
Right. The whole thing that I've been theorizing on all of last season that I just continue to believe, oh, it's a theory. Don't worry, I'll find a way to solve this. That I completely forgot. We confirmed.
Also, something shit talk Morris.
I mean, that's like tying your shoes before you leave the house. Yeah. So, right, that whole shot business. Yeah. So each soul basically has like a unique frequency signature, right? And so we can use that as a way to isolate, concentrate, and eventually separate one from the other. Kind of intensive, still really kind of in the R part of R&D, but workable.
Out of at least everyone looking at you as you are speaking, Wangdoodle, it's Lena that is the most stone-faced. As it's about as, classy as saying, oh yeah, you could put a human in a barrel if the barrel is big enough. But clearly she cares very much about the state of souls and keeping them back. It's not that she disapproves of your theories, but she is very cautious.
Okay, so let me put it this way, all right? Say you have, like, let's say 5 people, okay? Doesn't have to be anyone important. Don't think about anyone special to you. Just 5 randoms, okay? And let's say they all die horribly in some terrible, tragic, instantaneous thing that robs them of all life and mortality, right? And Wangdoodle just snaps his fingers, right? Boom, they're all gone. If we're going to commune with the dead, right? If there's no unique signature to it, then what would stop all of that free flowing spirit energy from amalgamating, right? Realistically, the people remain people.
Lena nods.
And we know from other schools of magic that there are ways to manipulate incorporeality. Yeah, let's go with that. Incorporeal manipulation, right? So realistically, there's a theoretical way to do this. I'm not sure of the exact physical way to do it yet, but we'll get there.
Please, be careful, Lena says, and don't let your research fall into the wrong hands. It is still a mystery overall what keeps spirits and ghosts tied to this plane. Although we do presume that it is vestiges of reality that keep us here, some sort of purpose that ties us to the material plane and then allows us to be released of it when we have fulfilled it. You may have seen this in our previous volunteer. Looks at Raine, who has sealed a previous rift. But note that many others have sought to utilize the soul for ill will and personal gain. So keep your learnings close to your chest.
I mean, right now they ain't even on paper, so I think we're okay.
And what of you, Sea Swab? What did you learn in the Great Ice Library?
I learned that memories are easily manipulated, but also our memories aren't always our memories. Also, I hate methods.
There.
Wicked little servants of Vanix. I'm sorry that you've had to encounter them. They're mischievous at best, malicious, generally. Is that all?
I'm trying to remember. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some help remembering things.
There's one more thing that we learned. Once we do manage to deal with the slow through whatever arcane nonsense that Wangdoodle, Kozlo, Swab, and myself are able to cook up, we are going to have to go to all the world trees and collect from them a seed to help actually repair the damage it's already done to the ley lines.
That does make sense. The slow has irrevocably damaged many ley lines, thanks to some of the sacrifices of the Arboreans. It slowed or stopped in many places. But in other instances, the Elemental Lord, such as Novus, took it upon himself to sever the ley lines in order to prevent flow to traversing into Vicaris.
Well, I think that step is something we're going to have to explore as soon as we can if we're going to want the Magmarans and the Vicarans to stop being at each other's throats.
And the only way the Magmarans are going to be satisfied is if the flow of magic returns to their realm.
Precisely. Which means we have to restore the ley lines.
Which means you can't restore the ley lines until you stop the flow of the slow.
Mm-hmm. So you see the cascading dependencies we have here.
I see. Well then, what do you need from us? What can we do, at least as leaders of Maginox, in order to help facilitate this? How do you get to the City of Brass? And how are you going to convince warring elemental lords to stop it, put up shop again?
He swaps through the telepathy, just gonna be like, open up that checkbook. It's gonna be expensive.
I think on that particular front, I think we're fairly well suited for getting there. We can get ourselves to the Plane of Fire. And from there, I think we can get to the City of Brass, but Kozlo, Swab, and Grebella already have a critical connection there, as Kozlo mentioned.
Yeah.
I think what we most need from the City of Maginox right now is to try its best to keep the peace, or at least the current stalemate, perhaps, between the Magmarans and the Vicarans. Try to limit further outbreaks of violence until we're able to deal with the root cause of some of these issues. We're on the right track, but it's going to be difficult, I think, to convince the people who have suffered through decades of hardship, centuries perhaps at this point, to just trust us.
Then let me give you an update on what's going on with Vicaris and Magmara. In the time that you've been gone, we've seen still a steady influx of refugees from Vicaris to Maginox, in which we have stationed most of them within House Hamaki. That continues to be true, and most Vicarans are at least satisfied with this arrangement. Fed, they have shelter, and, well, House Hamaki and he looks over at Grebella, Darlindra have been instrumental in ultimately keeping this peace. However, we have heard from the most recent arrivals to Maginox that the Magmarans have almost entirely taken over Vicaris. They're not sitting on their laurels either. though they haven't done anything to mobilize against Maginox or pursue the remaining people of Vacaris, they are oddly quiet and potentially plotting their next steps. Now that the Magmorans potentially have some sort of reignited magical connection through any of the Vacaran ley lines, we are somewhat concerned about what they'll do with it. Though I feel like it's too soon to see anything coming out of it. And, well, your contact from the Church of Eternal Night has told us that Azrael has things under control for now. The Magmorans aren't entirely sapping or beseeching Azrael for newfound powers, though they are seeking ways into tapping into the existing fiery ley line. Maginox.
There was a young woman, one of the Goliaths, I believe. We rescued her. I sent with her my house signet to try and return to her leadership and send a delegation to Maginox. Has that happened yet from Magmara?
I haven't heard anything from Grana Gravelgrout. No.
Grana Gravelgrout. Is that her name?
Oh wait, no, that's the other Earth Ganassi. That was the assassin that tried to kill Grebella. No, that sorry, it was the
this is the
Magmaran that
who-
you sent down.
Yeah, that Raine healed from her buddy stabbing her in the fucking back like a dick.
No, we haven't had any emissaries from Magmara appear in Maginox, though I could possibly expect one to show up relatively soon. Most assuredly, they've wanted to get their footing in Vacaris first and establish some sort of stronghold.
Well, she had mentioned that Magmara's currently without any kind of real leadership. That their leader had actually been banished back to the plane of Earth and was trapped there. Perhaps that is something to lean on for the time being to at least stall them. We could certainly go and get her.
Well, if I were a Magmaran with brand new access to a fresh ley line, I would probably be searching for a way to access the plane of Earth. Which is most likely what they're doing right now.
So perhaps we have about as long as it takes to find her and bring her back across.
Nods. We could smooth things over considerably if we were to go down to the Magmaran-occupied Vacaris and retrieve their leader for them.
That is certainly something that I would be capable of doing. I can take us there. To the plane of Earth, I mean. We would just have to have some means of finding her once we were there.
Or we could use her to our advantage. Harris is rubbing his chin. So either we allow the Magmorans to get back their leader and continue pursuing their campaign against Vacaris and Maginox, or we find her first and keep her within House Lunesti. Safe, but as a tool, potentially convince the Magmorans to return to Magmara.
How does that bode for us finding a way to make peace with all parties involved after we're done with dealing with the Slow? Can't imagine a political prisoner will be too thrilled about making nice once she's let go.
No, but she's going to be very resentful against you for being the sole reason for her being banished back to the plane of Earth.
Excuse me, that was not me. I've never even met this woman.
Wait, who banished her?
That was Azrael.
Oh, it was Azrael? forgive me, you in the general hand wavy, you all.
The royal you.
The royal you. And plus, even if we got Magmara's leadership back, they would still be unhappy because they are lacking any sort of magic down in Magmara. They won't be satisfied till those ley lines are repaired. But Grebella, you mentioned you had ties to the plane of Earth.
Yeah, I'm an Earth Genasi.
He thinks. But you don't remember anything of your past.
No, I don't tend to remember all my other lives, I guess.
Grebella, at the very least, in that one vision that you had where you saw the Magmaran general and your mother and Narcissa and all together, your mother had called that great Earth Genasi leader, the Jinn that she beseeched for the wish, her father. So you are definitely descended from an Earth Jinn.
I completely missed that. Okay.
You are a veritable princess, or maybe at least a lady in Earth society.
I guess I'm fancier than I think. My dad was a
Grandpa,
Genasi.
your grandpa.
Grandpa, Earth Genasi. King Jin. I'm complicated.
A dragon and a princess.
Uh,
Rather impressive CV.
Are you God?
let's not go there, please.
Next week, turns out Grebella is the end of all things.
Oh my god. Probably, to
The
be
Alpha
honest.
and the Omega.
Grebella invented herself.
I wonder if, even though you don't remember anything about your past, you would return to the plane of the Earth and potentially beseech your family members for aid without utilizing the power of wishes. I wonder. Thanks.
Yeah, we could try.
With what we know about what Novus did to the elemental ley lines, cutting off Magmara, don't we know that he also cut off the earth elementals as well? Because they were trying to also fight back against the Vakarans. Am I misremembering that?
The power of the ley lines goes through the planes, so if he cut off the ley lines that connected Magmara to the plane of Earth, that would also cut off the Earth elementals as well.
Perhaps there's a bargain there to be made if the earth elementals, or whatever leadership of the earth elementals looks like through Grebella, perhaps we can strike the bargain that we'll repair the ley line if they can buy us the time to do so with the Magmarans.
Grebella, is that something you are potentially willing to do? Well, push comes to shove.
I can try.
Nobody's pushing or shoving Grebella anywhere.
True, I wouldn't want to be toe-to-toe with Grebella in any situation. And I mean that with the utmost compliment.
No, thanks.
She ate a cataplepis as a rat.
No, I didn't. I just beat it up. Anyway.
Fast.
Yeah, I can see what can be done. I don't know what kind of influence I will have or what lifetime that was.
At the very least,
Yeah.
they won't kill you on sight. You are descended from elemental royalty. Well, they'll just be
Yeah.
surprised to see you.
Yeah, I'm sure that can't go horribly in any way, shape, or form.
I love how Grebella is just big main character energy. I'm a princess and a dragon.
I don't want to be, though.
Well, the dragon part, I think she's cool with at this point, generally.
An immortal dragon princess.
It's fine.
So good.
Genie? Elemental Lord? I don't know.
Yeah, we're not gonna think too hard.
But yeah,
I
I'll
love
give that
how-
a go.
My brain summarized it says, yeah, Grebella's a royal, but not like heir to the throne royal that they actually worry about. This is one of those like second or third born that can just wander out of the kingdom and no one bothers to check.
She's a
I don't
royal,
know.
but like in
Like,
the
We don't know
Lord's
that for
sense.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
Grebella wouldn't do it anyway, is the real full stop there.
Yeah, you don't know how close your mom was to her father, who was
Yeah.
the one that granted her wish, but you also know that even though they were family, that wish still had a price, and you do not come back with your memories. So
Yeah.
there's some tension there. All wishes have a price. But even more terrifying is the idea that a demon from the Nine Hells could get a hold of wishes, even if they did have a significant downside. And what is the limit of a wish? That is still very much unknown.
So,
Okay, so Grebella, you're
Wish
gonna
for a
50%
million
take
wishes.
this.
Everybody knows that.
so how are we feeling about the urgency of going to the plane of Earth first, then?
Ideally, if the plane of fire is something that is utilized by many powerful elemental lords, getting on the good side of at least the elemental lords of the plane of Earth would be a good start. You already have a contact with the plane of fire via Azrael. So, as I don't want to call you minions, but minions is possibly a relatively good word. As a couple of you serve in Azrael's best interests, you could be
No, I think
considered
minions is the
emissaries.
correct word.
You could be considered emissaries from the plane of fire, and Grebella has connections to actual Earth Elemental royalty.
We were cautioned that we should bring an army with us to the City of Brass,
Which we
Which-
do have.
which apparently we have.
It's not a great one, though.
Ah, my game! My game just logged me out of my stream view!
Oh no!
Oh my god. I didn't even touch anything.
Finally, something weird happens to the DM.
Fuck!
I feel like that's not even the first time that's happened like this year.
No!
And it's March.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're coming back?
So, plane of Earth first, then.
I kind of want to check in on my bar. We should probably
Well, I
check on
mean-
the docks, make sure nothing's falling apart over there.
Yeah,
Did we
I
ever
want
do
to see
anything with
my.
that giant pyramid that showed up?
That's where our army is.
Yes, about the giant pyramid. Hope you don't mind, but a cadre of goblins have set up shop outside it, selling souvenir trinkets.
Wait, what kind of goblins?
Apparently-
Are any of them my ma?
Unfortunately, I don't think I've seen or heard of any green fingers, but I do think they are making quite a killing. The tiny pyramids that you shake and little golden bits of sand can be seen swirling around inside it are all the rage.
Kozlo suddenly looks incredibly disappointed that he didn't think of that idea himself.
What are they
I mean,
call
you
them?
all
Sand
own-
globes.
You all own the pyramids, right? Can't you just like force some kind of trademark suit on them or something?
Kozlo suddenly seems much more okay with the situation.
I didn't think of that. Perhaps if I had a good contract writer at my side, like you do in Swab, I would have thought of ways to better monetize that. But it is what it is, and the goblins have, well, taken to utilizing it as a tourist attraction. No one is allowed inside, but
Honey, we rule the city. It's fine as long as they pay taxes.
he thinks they pay tax.
You guys are getting paid?
It's for all of them to figure out how the contracts work. As long as we get the tax revenue, it's fine. Look. I know most of your experiences from running a thieves guild.
I do detest taxes, but they are necessary. Perhaps Swab could devise something that's good for both of us. What do you think, Swab? Make good with the goblins of the docks? And ensure that they're paying their fair share? Swab. Swabimus. Swab lad. Oh my god, he's dead.
Sorry. What was that?
I need you and your contract-creating abilities to go down to Maginox docks and ensure that all of the goblins that have set up tourist shop outside of your pyramid are paying their fair share of taxes to the royal treasury. You don't have to shake them down or instill the fear of Maginox into them. I would like to keep things friendly, but they do need to pay if they are utilizing our pyramid as profit.
What percent?
What do you think is appropriate?
Depends on how much money they already have.
I will leave this to you.
I feel like if they're poor, they should pay more, and if they're super rich, we should give them a tax cut.
Can we institute tariffs on them? Can we put tariffs on little snow globes?
I don't even know where they're getting
That's
from.
where they pay you extra money, right?
Yeah, to import them. They're not making them here. They're importing them, surely.
Yeah, but they're not going to pay the tariffs. It's actually going to be good for everybody.
Tariffs on trinkets. I like the sound of that. It has a nice ring to it.
Ah, yes. Taut.
By the way, do we have any chickens? I might invest in eggs.
Oh my god.
Okay.
No, they're all dead.
So, time out though on the whole pyramid scheme situation. Literally, yeah. Before we go to any planes, also, we need to do something with this obliteratus.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
fine
I
taking
forgot.
it into the dreaming, but I'm not so keen of taking it into various elemental planes. Now I have a plan. Wangdoodle and I actually have a pretty good plan, I think, of a place to keep it safe for a relative period of time. Wangdoodle, you have that lovely book I gave you, lent you.
Yeah.
Yep. We should be able to make a lovely guardian to protect it. But
Yep.
I will need access to a scroll of glyph of warding. And a lot of gems.
Catherine holds up her hand. I could potentially gem.
Excellent.
Do you think I could procure a glyph of warding? At least from some of the Somniari, now that Vanix isn't a concern. One of them might be willing to part with it. I can get the glyph for you.
Perfect. A scroll, preferably, and I can then reuse it repeatedly. But I can make little external planes that will at least be very difficult to access, and then we fill those with lovely surprises if anybody actually gets into one.
Oh, so we wouldn't have to keep the obliteratas here in House Lunesti, potentially risk a siege from the Magmarans.
Precisely. I don't want to leave it here, and I don't want to take it with me, potentially into the hands of the enemy. Not that I'm terribly scared that anything is going to wrest it from me, but I don't want to take the chance, especially with scheming genies as we're about to be dealing with.
But where would you put the entrance to this demi-plane?
Well, that's the neat thing. It doesn't need one. The only entrance is the one I create. The only other people who would be able to access it are people who I have specifically shown how to access it, or who know the precise nature of the plane itself and are able to target it themselves. So if we keep it a secret that only I and perhaps Wangdoodle or see Swab, Kozlo, and Grebella now, then it should be fairly safe.
And the rest of the
Especially-
assembled here would not whisper a single iota of that secret, knowing that you were the key to this demiplane and therefore the Obliteratus. I like it. As much as I don't like you being he, Eris mutters under his breath.
Well, it's fine, Eris.
They will kill for that Obliteratus, you know.
Well, I'd like to see them try.
Very well, we will get the glyph, the gems that you require. And we'll make sure this, the Obliteratus, is sequestered away before you take off for the plane of Earth.
Excellent. Which means Wangdoodle will need a workshop.
Workshop would be nice.
He needs to build me a very large robot.
One thing is still uncertain. Due to Novus breaking off the ley lines from Magmara, there is no good direct connection to the plane of Earth. How do you plan on getting there?
Grebella, you're tied to the plane of Earth, right? That's what we've established.
Yeah.
Then I think that Grebella should be sufficient. All I need is something that is attuned to the plane of Earth. And I should be able to take us there. Now, I can't target us very cleanly once we are there, so we're just going to pop up in some random place there. Probably something relatively affiliated with you or your lineage, which I think is probably good for us. But
Oh boy.
I think that's the best I can do unless we have some other artifact or something from the plane of Earth itself.
So Grebella is the key. Well, Grebella, even though you don't remember any of your previous histories in the plane of Earth, and whether you are loved or reviled, we'll make sure that you're safe.
Thanks.
Grebella, you're like, I can turn into a dragon.
They're being nice, though.
Yeah, he's showing concern.
Yeah.
You only have specialists here in at least the dreaming and the ethereal plane. The elemental planes are somewhat of an unknown for us. Whatever you bring back, just be careful.
Well, we have a long road in front of us yet, but by God, we're going to save this fucking continent.
You have a good lead, at the very least, and direction on where to go. City of Brass seems to be the crux of all of it.
Oh, one other thing. Can we figure out where the hell Bonsai went and just make sure that he's around, or they're around, when we need them? Because we are going to need them once we have figured out the slow formulas that Wangdoodle needs to figure out.
I can where Bonsai is. The ravens flying overhead of the now encapsulated in roots ruins of House Vicadus. It seems like our little plant friend is doing his utmost in unraveling evil magics that Victoria had intertwined into her abode, including that horrific little demi-plane that she had created. Needless to say, he's been very busy purifying the land, but, as is the nature of all trees, has gone very slowly.
All right, well, as long as they're nearby, we're going to need them, I think, for the repairing of the ley line step.
We'll make sure they don't get out of the sight of the raven.
Perfect.
Well then, did you want to go walk around town and just see how things are? Take a visit to the pyramid?
Yeah, I also want to see Charlotte.
I gotta check on my back.
Good ideas, all. Do what you like at your leisure, and Alara and Catherine will gather the necessary materials for your extra-planar adventure. Whenever you are ready, we can rendezvous back here at House Lunesti.
It's going to take us some time, I think, to construct the necessary keepings for the Obliterator, so I imagine we'll be here for a few weeks yet before we take off for the plane of Earth.
Understood.
So, shopping interstitial. Because Grebella needs hundreds of healing potions.
So many healing potions.
So many healing
Preparation
potions.
montage incoming.
Well then,
Montage.
I will consider this meeting, for now, adjourned. In the meantime, what are you doing with your Obliterator?
Oh, it's right here in my pocket. And by pocket, I mean my bag.
That's probably the safest place for it. For now.
That's what I thought.
Just don't get yourself kidnapped by any Magmorans.
I'd like to see them try.
Oh no, they kidnapped the person carrying the Obliteratus. If only they had some way to protect themselves.
If only they had some sort of weapon in their possession.
What if it was some kind of powerful artifact with a special name?
Why is it orange?
Like the Annihilator.
Actually, I have a lovely idea. Raine's gonna pull out her or call from wherever it is her simulacrum.
What's this?
Oh, this is me, sort of. Hello, meet Construct me. Construct Raine, say hello. I think I can actually pull her out.
Should be.
I don't have permission. Oh, there it goes. Says I don't have permission, but I did it anyway. Breaking the game. Breaking the game.
Yeah, it does that every time I pull out like a cannon or something too.
Well, nailed it. Ta-da! I think we could, pull a Queen Amidala as a very famous Fae queen from the south. I'll
Where's
just
he
dress
from?
like
Far, far away from here.
Very far
a
away.
land of
She
far,
goes
far
to a
away.
different school. You don't know her.
I think we'll just switch looks for a bit. And if anybody tries to kill her, well, they're gonna have a really bad time as well, but...
Clever. So things look like they're business as usual, the simulacrum here. And while you go out and do the heroic thing. I like it. It is quite a spitting image.
Wait, it spits?
Probably could.
Make it spit!
Bit?
Spits
That's
on the
so
ground.
cool! I gotta teach my spider to do that!
You just hear spider in your head. I don't have saliva.
You can find something to spit!
Ooh, I could spit blood.
No, not that!
Oh, what about my defense juices?
You can't call them that. You can't call them that.
I think it has already happened.
Well then, meeting adjourned? Meeting adjourned?
Alright, so the bar next, is that... yes?
I need a drink!
Maybe we can invite Shalindra to the bar, and we can all get drunk. Celebratory drink.
Can somebody send a messenger or something for me?
I can send Callie to go get Shalindra from House Hamaki.
That works.
We should probably ask them to figure out who they actually want to represent Vikaris moving forward. Have they figured that out yet? Have they held elections?
No. Things are still relatively chaotic, and the thought of leadership is something I haven't really encroached on.
We probably should. We should probably stop making decisions for them and on their behalf.
Well,
Yeah, let's get encroaching!
most of them have congregated within the Church of Eternal Night, looking to religion for guidance.
That seems dangerous. We should make them hire a secular leader.
Oh, what? I thought they were in good hands with, this Azrael fellow.
Yeah, we're supposed to be encouraging them, remember?
I'm not sure.
Then you might want to stop by. Just ensure that they're not becoming some fiery zealots in their own right.
We should probably encourage them to have at least some kind of a secular leader. I don't think Azrael's going to show up to council meetings.
They might. It'd be weird, though.
Then I'll leave those priorities up to you.
That seems like something Grebella and Kozlo and Swab can probably chat with Challenger about.
Well then, it looks like you have a bar social, and at least take the day. Have a drink, relax. Enjoy the city that you have been sworn to protect. It's good for your mental health.
Mental health day, everyone.
All right,
Get
Doodle's gonna
pasta.
get wasted again.
meeting.
Booze and pasta.
Booze and pasta. Meeting adjourned.
I don't know why this conversation made me want mozzarella sticks.
Ooh, with Raine.
If Kozlo's bar does not serve mozzarella sticks, we're gonna have words.
That's literally the first thing he's gonna say. Walk in the room.
Grumpus! We're serving mozzarella sticks now! Figure it out!
Figure it out. What the fuck is a mozzarella?
Unrelated, but Chili's has fried mozz, and they have like their honey chipotle fried mozz, and it is so delicious.
It is
Kozlo, you
good
gonna
to see
put
you
a-
all back.
Kozlo, you gonna put some jalapeno papas on your menu?
Ah yes, the jalapenos.
Yeah, and some quesadillas!
Oh,
good.
I love queso.
Croissant.
Queso.
Why are we like this?
I apologize for nothing.
So if we just go down these steps here, right, guys? They'll teleport prompt.
HOTDOGS. Hot dogs are the very best.
Hot dogs are the very best. You can take. There are stairs in that foyer. There are stairs all around. You guys can take whatever stairs you want.
Do I want to teleport Wangdoodle?
Raid will take a minute and actually just kind of like swap clothes with her simulacrum.
Oh, okay.
So Raid will actually like wear the veil and stuff.
He's going incognito.
Oh, hello again.
Hey, Larix!
Outside, the apothecary and more Splinterhoof, the two denizens that lost their house to the pyramid incident, are talking outside. Oh, Raine.
No, I'm not Raine.
Forgive me.
This is, what's your name? Jeff?
Yes, I'm
name's
Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
Yes,
Hello,
he's
I'm
from
Jeff.
somewhere else. Foreign exchange student.
I go to a
I was
different
just pulling
school.
up-
You've never heard of it.
you know, whole other plane. You wouldn't know.
I just, well, I recognize Grebella. Hey, listen, I just wanted to say thank you. The Nesties have been awful nice in making sure we're fed and have a home. But we kind of want to get our home back down by the docks. That pyramid gonna be gone anytime soon?
Working on it.
Well, that sounds like an insurance claim waiting to happen.
Are either of you forklift certified?
I prefer to eat with my hands.
Ah, okay. Well, you keep on
Don't worry,
keeping
we've
on.
got the Department of Pyramid excavating on it.
The P?
It's dope.
You call that the Department of P?
Yeah.
PEA? Alright. Well, thanks at least to House Lunesti.
You should put it in this the comments box. Yep, they have a comments box right on the inside. You should write a comment. Give a 5-star review.
Like and subscribe.
My gosh, so much security, so many doors.
The fences have fences. Of course I didn't fucking put my thing out here. Alright. One moment, please.
And of course, there's no valet. Why would there be?
Why would there be?
While we're walking to the bar, so Kozlo, you have like a pile of that magical ferronium brass, right? Like a massive pile of it.
A bunch of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I gave Wangdoodle this book on how to make giant robots. Do you think we could use some of that to make a giant robot to protect this stupid mace so we don't have to fucking lug it around everywhere we go?
You're gonna protect it with a robot?
Yes, a very large robot. And then we're going to give it that horrifying glaive that Drian used to use that I don't know if you've ever seen it in use, but it's really big. It's really hard.
Wangdoodle pulls the mail away from his chest and shows the remnants of a scar that goes across his torso. Yeah, it works
that
really
did
well.
happen.
What the shit?
And then we're going to inscribe a whole bunch of runes onto said robot that, as it takes damage, it gets hurt, it explodes. But, and here's the kicker, the robot, when it explodes, heals because fire seals its wounds.
Yeah, sure, sounds like fun.
Yeah, some kind of recording device. So if anybody actually does break in, we can record it for, our own pleasure later, watching the hijinks ensue.
Clicking on any icon that has a little icon behind it, like Kozlo's Den, will immediately take you there. There are some places that are not available. One moment, please.
Welcome to our wonderful city. Half of it's under construction. We want to go. That half is under construction.
You have to wait for 2 expansions from now for us to unlock that section of the city.
Oh, it's too dangerous for someone like you without a pass to go out on the road.
Listen, on the next session reset, we're going to get a quest line that's going to open up that part of the town.
But it's gated by going through the raid. Like, you have to go through the raid first, and then you have access to it, and then you have to rep grind.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you do. It's gotta be like rep 15 before we get souvenir shop. I'm so sad.
Kozlo! Sunny gives you a huge bear hug and scoops up a Wangdoodle and Sea Swab and Raine. Grebella! Come here, everybody! Group hug!
Yeah,
Sunny always seems so tired when we show up. Do you guys? Is he always at your door? Do you ever let him have a day off?
I work.
I don't
He has to work
understand the
24
question.
hours.
He likes
know-
it here.
I love
You know
it
he has
here.
to sleep though, right? Or else he just falls asleep right here.
He likes it here.
It's comfy.
Braid looks around. Does he just have like a little sleep nest at the front door?
The rug is abnormally rumpled and literally covered in minotaur hair.
You guys might want to think about getting like a second doorman. Like maybe Sunny can take shifts.
Why would I do that? Then I'd have to pay Sunny less.
Yeah. Why would Kozlo
Why are you
want
trying
pay
to
me
put
that?
Sunny out of a job? He's so nice to you.
Yeah.
Do you actually pay Sunny 24 hours worth of overtime?
What? No. That's ridiculous.
I only get overtime if I work 25 hours.
Yeah.
Rain side eyes Kozlo.
It's
And
in
I-
the contract.
I've only worked 24 hours.
Speaking of which, it's a new day. You probably gotta go change out your punch card.
Oh yeah,
If
I
you
gotta
didn't
go
first
get a new
exceed
punch
40 hours
card.
in the work week, you actually don't get overtime until you hit 40 hours.
Rumpus, can I get a new punch card?
My god, this guy is on a fucking like medical residency.
No. He doesn't have medical.
Oh my god. I love how just like Kozlo is the banality of evil. Like he's just default evil in all of those ways. But you
What-
can't help but love him.
what do you mean a punch
Kozlo would
card?
be full on evil if he didn't have so many friends that didn't want to do that.
Grebella,
That
as
was
you
also
enter.
how I played Azrael.
Grebella, as you enter, once again, the bar is hoppin'. It is quite full of patrons. Local goblins, reborn, hobgoblins, the Somniari, and Vakarans can all be seen sitting and enjoying the fresh new menu and the fresh new drinks that are offered at Kozlo's Den. About time you all showed up, Grumpus says, but with a smile, as he polishes one of the glasses that are on the bar. It's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, we were a little busy making sure the whole world didn't end.
Well, didn't end, so job's done.
Yeah.
Can we get some mozzarella sticks?
What the hell is a mozzarella?
We serve mozzarella sticks now. Get it done.
Yes, sir.
And some jalapeno pops, please.
Rumpus, let me ask you a question.
The hell is a
Let me ask you a question.
jalapeno?
Would you like to eat 6 pieces of cheese right now?
I do love cheese. 6 pieces seems like a little bit of excessive.
Alright, but what if I deep fried them and gave you a side of sauce?
That sounds delicious. It completely changes the game.
There you go.
Yeah, so can we have like, I don't know, let's say 6 orders of those?
Want
Right
me
now.
to deep fry some? You know what? Grill Nick, our good friends, the owner, wants you to deep fry and bread at least 6 pieces of cheese and serve them with a sauce.
No. You misunderstand me.
Hmm.
6 individual helpings of 6 sticks apiece.
Oh, he counts on his fingers.
36.
We get 36 chunks of cheese, deep fried, and served with a secret sauce.
I mean, the sauce isn't very secret. It's just a tomato sauce.
Yeah, tomato sauce.
No. I think you market it as secret sauce, though, Kozlo.
Oh, okay.
Kozlo's secret sauce.
Yep.
That's how all secret sauces work, right? It's all just like marinara or mayo.
Marinara mayo. Now you're on to something.
Oh no! Is this going on the next stream board?
Oh god.
I ate 6 pieces of cheese deep fried with marinara mayo. Whatever a marinara is.
I made a tahini aioli last night. It was
Ooh.
interesting.
Ooh.
Yep, coming right up. Fried cheese.
Boss?
Yeah.
The bar's been really, really busy since you've been gone. I suggest you check the till, please. I feel really uncomfortable keeping that much money here in Kozlo's den. I don't have access to the vault.
Holy crap, that thing's moving.
Kozlo just kind of
Wait, is that the mimic?
Shows him the bag of money that he's already wiped out of the till without noticing, apparently.
Oh, I see you've got it under control. But there you go.
Nothing to worry about.
That's
How much money, out of curiosity, did Kozlo just pocket?
I just pocketed 500 gold. There was 2,200 in there.
Amazing. Jesus, this place is packed.
Well,
He's
yeah, that
leaving
is
some
like
of it in
3
there, but-
weeks of just pure profit. In fact,
Swab is gonna say to Kozlo, like through the telepathy, so nobody else hears it. Kozlo, like this is like clearly in a joking way. Kozlo, don't forget, King said we gotta pay taxes on that. And he like lifts his eyebrows up as like a taxes.
Yes, you have to pay taxes. But you also have a tax-like rebate, so whatever. You aren't going to be paying taxes for like 6 years. Calm down.
all we took out was employee expenses and, Sonny's pay.
Wait, this
Isn't
Sonny's
that employee
paying
expenses?
employee expenses.
Just to let you know, you can also make a charitable donation to the Wangdoodle Workshop, and you can write that off on your taxes too.
Yeah, listen, I've had to replace at least 2 of those rugs at the front door for questionable reasons.
Yeah,
Alright.
that doesn't raise any more questions than it solves. All right.
Look, as long as you continue to invest in R&D, you reduce your tax liability, and then you never pay taxes. It's fine.
Yeah, I got two jobs for you here.
Yeah, boss.
You seem real busy, so if we're making that much of a profit after employee expenses, go ahead and hire on 1 or 2 more servers, cleaners, whatever you need.
Yes, sir. We could definitely use a couple more front of the house. The cooks have been absolutely killing it lately, but between Sonny and Leon, they seem to have the front door covered. Could use some more wait staff, though. Maybe like 2 or 3?
Yeah, that works.
Leon does
Also,
double duty.
let's really think about this fried cheese thing.
Fried cheese. Alright, got it.
Let's give the guys in the back whatever they need to come up with all sorts of different fried cheeses.
Multiple different kinds of fried cheese. You think them soft cheeses fry well?
I don't know. Gonna have to get some for the guys in the back and find out.
Alright, he just writes down, fry every type of cheese. Underlines it 3 times. Got it. New menu. Fried cheese. When those are done sizzling up, we'll send them to the back. If you're gonna go back in your office, sir.
I have an office?
Well, yeah, it's that back room, right?
Oh, the VIP room?
Yeah.
Yep, we'll be back there.
Alright, we'll send in
Oh,
your
and if
cheese.
Shalindra comes by, send her back there.
I look forward to what profit modifier percentage mozzarella sticks add to Kozlo's den. About to blow Maginox's fucking mind.
They're not ready for this.
The real question is what beast animal is the cheese made from?
Hmm.
Is it Sonny's Minotaur cheese?
Oh no.
Hey, Hey.
I'm sorry that
Hey,
I'm the one
Grumpus!
asking the hard questions here.
Grumpus, not every kind of cheese.
Oh, noted. You hear a knock on the door to the VIP room. Knock, knock, knock. Oh!
Grebella, your girlfriend's here.
Kozlo!
Hey, come on in.
She tries to scoop you up in a hug and you barely escape her graspy hands.
Sorry, I'm slippery.
Yeah, you're so small. Why are you so moist?
What do you mean? This is how I always am.
Oh, weird. I mean, it's good to see you. She hugs you tightly. Oh, gosh, you are moist.
Yep, thank you.
Does
Cause what
Kozlo
can
just,
I on it?
does Kozlo just have like some weird skin secretion? Like, is it just natural goblin thing?
Just naturally moist. Like hugging a frog. She sprints towards Grebella and tackles you. You barely rock back on your heels as she throws her arms around your neck. All she does is make a long, high-pitched noise into your collarbone.
Like a dog whistle?
It's just like a. Left me alone for 3 weeks. It was terrible. I had responsibilities. No, Grebella, talk to me, Grebella.
What? Sorry, I'm a little spacey. It's
Ah,
very good to see you.
I'm right here.
I'm sorry about the responsibility.
All I wanted to do was
Welcome to the club.
all I wanted to do was come down to Kozlo's den, have some beer, kick back, and no, Charlindra, you need to make the bed. There's more refugees. Or Charlindra, you gotta go fetch the linen. So Charlindra, you have to make sure everybody's fed. Oh,
Are you a maid now?
well, hope not, but at least Lara seems to know what she's doing. And the people are happy, so... Oh, I'm just so tired.
Here, come sit down.
Grebella would just scoop her up and stick her on the lap.
Plop. Hooray.
Oh, I can be a real dragon now.
You're always a real dragon.
Yeah, but like a really big one.
What? What?
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
show you sometime.
Oh, I'm greatly looking forward to it.
Yeah,
So,
minute or two.
so Vicaris? No? Nothing? Not going back to Vicaris anytime soon, are we?
No, but we've got some ideas on what to do about it.
Ah, good. I can't wait to hear all of them over at least 4 or 5 beers.
Pasta?
And some pasta.
Yeah.
And mozzarella sticks.
You hear another knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock.
That sounds good, actually.
Fried cheese?
Fried cheese.
Has Leon been demoted to fucking waiter? Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Leon.
Listen, I have to be wait staff when, I'm not working the front door. Anyway. Behold,
Yeah, we're
fried
gonna
cheese.
hire more wait staff so you don't gotta do that.
Ah, good. I'm a lot better in making sure anybody untoward doesn't come in here. But, anyway, thanks for the job, boss.
Yep.
Could you bring some beers back here, actually, please, Leon?
Yeah.
And some
Great.
pasta.
Right.
Anyone else want anything?
Leon leaves, leaving you all in the VIP room of Kozlo's den, where finally you get to take a well-deserved break. You share stories of your time in the Great Ice Library with Charlindra, and she shares with you the current status of some of the Vicarans, how many of them are relatively lost without the presence of Novus, and have been taking in the Church of Eternal Night, hoping for some sort of guidance. Many of them also have turned to things like drinking excessively, and you can find many of them in the various bars around town, namely Kozlo's Den and in, oh shit. As the DM forgets the other bar, the one that's by the port.
There's a bar by the port?
The port bar.
Zeskob's Goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bar. That's a restaurant. That's a fine dining establishment.
The finest of goblin dining.
The king ate at Zeskob's.
But many of the Vakarans are taking to their vices as opposed to taking in the vice of magic, drinking or eating excessively, and trying to drown their various sorrows of losing their homes and the various niceties of Maginox. Maginox, as a busy tourist city, easily accommodates, but eventually these Vakarans will run out of money, and therefore entertainment in their vices. So she's worried after too long, you might have to deal with more just homeless vagrants who have spent excessively, rather than investing in their own and Maginox's future. The mood grows a little bit solemn over the news, but that's nothing a few more beers won't help. Charlindra listens to your ideas about the plane of fire and the plane of earth. It doesn't seem too excited about losing Grebella for a second time, but is supportive about Grebella potentially getting some more context into her memories and her past with the Jinn of the plane of earth. All in all, the mood wavers from serious to jubilant to just downright drunk here in the VIP room. And in the end, everybody is left with a feeling of strong camaraderie and some relatively greasy hands from serving Charlindra and Grebella a heaping bowl of buttered pasta. For now, that is where we will leave off, as Home Sweet Home has been a very good homecoming. You have told the leaders of Maginox just what happened in the Great Ice Library, and now you have direction on where to go next. It seems like the plane of Earth and Grebella's grandfather holds some answers to, potentially to the City of Brass. But you won't get more information until you beseech the elementals. For now, that is where we will end the session. A lot of information has gone through. You have a signet of the Fire Lords. You have Grebella as a descendant of Earth Ganassi royalty. And you have a goal. I hope you all enjoyed the session and welcome back. Next, we will either continue traversing around Maginox or finally make it into the plane of Earth. Sound good with everybody?
Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how many puzzles are in the plane of Earth.
All of them.
How many methods are in the plane of Earth?
Oh, there's always going to be new traumas, so just you wait. We'll pile them on.
I did manage to mix a Malort of Mephits with a Fireball recently. That was unfortunate.
Oh no, that sounds awful.
It was not as bad as straight Malort.
That's I'm not sure if that's
the lowest
comforting.
possible form of praise.
That is, it didn't make it worse.
All right, everybody. Next week, we will finish up with the dealings in Maginox, the status of the Vakarans, and hopefully make your way down to the plane of Earth for your next steps. Sound good?
Yes.
The gang solves the unhousing crisis.
Right? For now, you are free. Have a good night, and I will see everybody next Monday. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
fantastic.
All right,
Thanks,
everybody.
Not be sidetracked by a shitty raid.
Yeah.
Night, y'all.
Night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night. All right, chat, and that's it for Arctis today. Whoop, that's the wrong scene. There we go. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. If you want to catch any of the VODs in full, you can find them all on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/ArctisDD. Catch all of our shorts and our funny moments from the sessions over on social media, and make sure you stay connected. Play Arctis on Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky. I'm your DM, Zarina. Hey, got some good plot being pushed forward, and I look forward to the players finally hitting level 16 and going into some very, very dangerous extra-planar threats. Should be fun. Join us next Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific for our next session. Until then, I hope you'll have an excellent week, and I'll see you next time.